So, hey, let's focus. Narrative number 16 is a figurative language rewrite. So when you actually click on that item, it'll take you to very few instructions. All right. It says students will take their personal narrative, their writing pre-assessment that has been returned. Now, in this case, I don't necessarily return them because I haven't posted your grade on them yet. I have graded them. They're just in my personal files, like in my little spreadsheet that I collect data on you all for. Copy and paste the document into this assignment. So you'll copy your writing pre-assessment and paste it in here. In case you forgot, in order to get to your writing pre-assessment, you'll have to go to modules. You'll want to pay attention so that you know where to go, because I promise you some of you will struggle with this just like you did with like finding the airport. Okay. You'll want to go down to the writing pre-assessment part 2 and click on that. In part 2, you will have your original story that you wrote about an activity this summer. Now, once you click on this item here, it'll pop up your narrative pre-write. To those of you that don't always listen carefully. Grant. Yeah. You do not want to make corrections in your narrative pre-write. You just want to copy what you have there and paste it into number 16. Okay? Whatever changes when you read through this, you want to make, because some of you will make changes, you will want to paste it and make changes there in this figurative language rewrite. Okay? You're basically making a second draft of what you've already written. After you've taken time away from a writing assignment, it's a good practice to go back and review it. Now, some of you are going to look at yours and you're going to notice that it's pretty short. You may also notice maybe you didn't do a great job with an exposition, so you didn't introduce everything that was going on very well. Or maybe you don't have enough conflicts, or you didn't describe the conflicts in detail. You've had more than one example of what that looks like now. Okay, so now you can expand that out. In addition to expanding that out, I want you to look and make any changes to capitalization, punctuation, and sentence structure you might find. The most important thing that I'm going to be grading you on, though, is this. You must add 4 new examples of your figurative language to your narrative. Okay? In order for me to find that when you type them out, right? Bo's hair, is as dazzling as a unnamed Disney character. Okay. Now, this is an example of a what? Not of a fact, of a simile. Okay. When you have a new bit of, it was a good one, Troy. When you have a new example of figurative language added to it, you'll want to click on highlight. You want to actually highlight it. Click on this little highlighter that looks kind of like a paintbrush and highlight it in any color you want. White is not a highlight. For any of you smart Alex. Okay? But you will want to highlight it and make it stand out, because here's the deal. You're going to copy and paste into this assignment today. So any changes you make today are the only ones I'm going to be able to see. I wouldn't use black either, correct, because I can't see what you're writing. We're not going through that much of a step. Highlight in a color that still makes it legible and me to be able to see them. Yellow. Sorry then. Pink. Okay. All right. Any questions about number 16? 15 is pretty self-explanatory. Is it a question about 16, Ella? Yes. Huh?
What exactly is it over?
You are adding 4 examples of figurative language to your writing pre-assessment that you should have already done. Now,
From when?
it'd be your writing pre-assessment from the beginning of the year.
Oh, like the paragraph thing?
Correct. Maybe, let's say, for instance, you did not do that activity. Now is a second opportunity to do so. This activity is not going away. We are going to continue to tweak and change that first writing assessment that you made. We're going to continue to improve on it, and you're going to show off some of the skills you've learned as we go through the quarter, including even changing it into a horror narrative. Don't worry about that part. You just have to add 4 examples of figurative language. Yes, ma'am.
From our thing.
From our thing.
From our.
Writing pre-assessment? Yes.
What if we don't have any in there?
If you haven't done it yet,
No, like what if we don't have any figurative language?
you will add it. I want you to add 4 examples of figurative language. So now you're taking what we've learned and you're applying it in your own writing.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only thing we do is this.
Correct.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome.